All right, welcome back to Greenville Christian Academy. We welcome you into Varsity Knights Baseball, where Greenville will be taking on Wilson Varsity. Your starting pitcher for your Varsity Knights, number 3, Ethan Parker, is going to toe the rubber. Looks like Braden Friend behind home plate. Alex Wood will be at third. Eli Suggs at short. Mason Brown will be at second. And Connor Dial will be at first. First pitch getting ready to come down the pipe here. That'll miss on the outside corner for a ball. 1-0's the count. Number 15 steps in from the left side for Wilson. The 1-0 offer. Foul tipped off. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike as 15 steps back in. Ethan looks in to Friend, gets his sign from behind the plate, and the pitch home. Pops it up. That's going to go out of play for strike number 2. So no harm, no foul done there. Batter steps back in. And the 1-2 offer. That'll miss a little high. That'll even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As we get ready to go under the lights here. We welcome everybody in from Wilson, from Greenville. Glad to have you along for the ride. 2 balls, 2 strikes, pitch home. That'll miss high. That'll bring the count full. Pitch home. Drills it into center field towards Edwards. Edwards is on the run, and he makes the grab for out number 1. Daniel puts away to first when number 2 will step into the box for Wilson. 1 away, nobody on. Pitch home. That misses high for a ball. 1-0's the count. Rain has let up here in Greenville, so we will have the stream up. If the stream suddenly dies, that's why. Next pitch in there for a strike. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Your outfitters moving left to right. Jackson Heath is in left. Daniels in center. Next pitch in misses low for a ball. And Gabe is in right. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch home. Drills that to Jackson in left field. That's going to drop for a base hit. He'll throw it into his cutoff at short. So they have their first runner on with a single to left field. That is going to bring up number 4 for the Chargers. The Lady Knights are in period 2. They are trailing Wilson 6-0. Runner gets his lead at first. Connor holding him on. Ethan takes a look at him. Pitch home. That'll go by the catcher for a ball. 1-0's the count. So that moves the runner into scoring position. As that one just got out of the glove of Friend behind home plate. We're going to have the athletic director, Coach Brevard, Coach Bo, as he's mainly known. We'll have him up about the 2nd or 3rd inning for an interview. Be sure to stick around for that. Mason will bounce off, pitch home, right back into the glove. He watches the runner. He's going to throw to third. Now they've got a pickoff going here. They don't have anybody at third, and that ball's going to get away on the errant throw. So an error there on the fielder's choice, or reach on an error, we'll call it. That puts runners at 2nd and 3rd. So 2 runners in scoring position for the Chargers, with number 11 stepping up to the plate. 1 away here in the top of the 1st. Again, welcome to all our Wilson fans. Wilson always travels real well. We got a good contingent of Wilson fans here. Runner gets his lead. Pitch home. Swing and a miss for a strike. 0-1's the count. That misses, or catches right at the knees for a strike. 0-2's the count. This is number 11, Bunn for Wilson, standing in batting. 0-2. Ethan with a long look in. He's got his sign. Checks the runner at third. Comes set. Delivers. Sails high for a ball. That'll make the count 1-2. Little tapper just past the outstretched glove of Wood at third. That'll get into left field. Little bobble of the ball, but the runners will hold. That'll put runners on the corners. And play to run as the Wilson Chargers will take a 1-0 lead over the GCA Knights. That's going to bring up number 6 as he'll step in from the right side here. So another righty-righty matchup here with runners on the corners. This is number 6, Dean, stepping in. Time on the field for something here. I think we're going to get a courtesy runner. We are. That'll be number 1 coming in for Wilson to take over the running duties at first base. Ethan comes set. Pitch home. Runner takes off. He'll make it to second on the defensive indifference. Pitch was in there for a strike. That'll put 2 runners again in scoring position with 1 away here in the top of the first. The 0-1 to Deans. Right to first base. Everybody goes back. So that was a great play by Connor at first base. That was a rocket right to him. 2 away. That's going to bring up number 12 for the Wilson Chargers. Number 12 will step in from the right side again. That'll miss letter high for a ball. 1-0's the count. Taylor at third, Bunn at second for the Chargers. Massey is at the plate for the Chargers, batting with 2 away and a 1-0 count. Pitch home. Foul ball off his inside shin. That doesn't feel good. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 offer from Parker. In there for a strike right down the heart of the plate. 1-2's your count. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 away, 2 runners on. Batter calls time. Massey steps back in. Parker takes a look. Comes set for the 1-2. Pitch home. Sails high. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces wild here, top of the first. 2 runners on. Massey will step back in. Parker's got his sign. The 2-2. Pops it foul and out of play. Massey will step back in. We'll do this again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. And the pitch home. Fouls it straight back. Massey trying to buy me a new camera. We'll try to see if third time's a charm. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, pitch home. That'll miss in the dirt for a ball, and he's worked the count full. And time on the field. And that one caught the catcher. As he'll need a minute to get back situated. So the Knights Middle School had their first game today, right just prior to this one. They take the loss on that one, 10-1. First middle school team they've had in a few years. I know they're glad to be back on the ball field. His friend is catcher behind home plate is taking a few minutes to gather himself here. And we'll see what they decide to do here. Middle school girls in period 2 with about 19 minutes left. They trail the Wilson Chargers 6-0 in that varsity matchup of soccer over behind us. As we still wait on Braden, see if he's going to be all right. I think that one in the dirt popped up and caught him. He's trying to get himself together. Again, we'll have Coach Bo on here in probably the middle of the second, bottom of the second or bottom of the third. We'll get him on. He's the athletic director here at Greenville Christian Academy. We'll recap some of the sports that we've already had so far this school year and talk about some of the sports that are in progress now and what they plan on doing looking into the future for next school year. And he's back on his feet. So he's going to try to walk that off. And we'll see what they're going to do here. So stoppage of gameplay for player injury. And we're going to have a change here. So stoppage play here while we get this situated, see what they're going to do. And I think we're going to have to change, and we are. We're going to have a catcher change here. So it looks like we're going to be moving Eli Suggs behind the plate. So those of you still here, just stick around with us. We're going to get some things switched up here. We'll be right back with you. You're watching Knights Baseball on the Two Dad Sports Network. All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around with us. A little delay there as we had a player injury and had to switch some stuff up. So Eli Suggs will go behind the plate. That will move Alex Wood over to third. And we'll reset here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. So we got a full count. And we have another stoppage play. All right, I think we're back to it here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on, top of the first. Wilson leads by 1. And I believe that's Jonathan Williams over at third. Parker comes set, and the pitch home. Drills it into center field. That'll send Daniel Edwards on the run. He calls everybody off and puts it away. They leave 2 stranded. They push 1 across. Wilson takes the early 1-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the first. You're watching Knights baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. All right, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the first. Wilson grabs a 1-0 lead in a lengthy top of the first. And we're going to start out with number 5, Braden Friend. I'm sorry, that's not right. I need to, because something happened, so we've got to sub him out. And number 5, Jonathan Williams will come in. And he'll foul 1 off. 0-1's the count. The 0-1 offer. That'll miss outside for a ball. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Williams, a righty, class of 2026. He steps back in. The 1-1 offer. Pops it up into right center. Center fielder's on the run, and he makes a grab for out number 1. That's going to bring up the dangerous number 10, Daniel Edwards, center fielder for the Knights. He's going to step in from the left side, and that will put your pitcher, Ethan Parker, on deck. And the pitch home. Foul tips that one off speed breaking ball. Got a piece of it. 0-1's the count. Bunn looks in for the Wilson Chargers to his battery mate Deans behind the plate. Breaking ball misses outside. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Moving third to first. Efforts at third. Taylor's at short. Wiggins at second. Massey holding down first base. And the 1-1 offer. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Moving left to right in left field, you have Holloman. Center is Hughes, and our right field is Coughlin. That's your defensive setup for the Wilson Chargers here in Greenville. The 1-2 offer. Pops it up, and that's going to go out of play. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Edwards steps back in the box. The pitch home. That misses high. That'll even things up. 2-2. 1 away here in the bottom of the first. And the pitch home. Misses high again, and he's worked it to a full count. Full count, payoff pitch coming down the pipe. Got a hold of that one, pops it up deep into right field. Right fielder's shading to his left and drops it in foul territory. So Edwards is going to live to see another one. He just got under that one. And umpire out of balls here already. So that sends Daniel Edwards back to the plate with 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the first. Bunn looks in. He's got his sign. Another payoff pitch. And swing and a miss. That's going to be a drop third strike. Throw down from the catcher to third. And no, he didn't get him. He's safe. And they'll call him safe on the drop third. So that's going to bring up your pitcher, Ethan Parker, as he steps in from the right side, and that'll put a Knight on base. Parker, a senior this year, 2023 graduate, 3.5 GPA. Edwards gets his lead at first as Bunn comes set. Pitch home, misses high and outside for a ball. Good stop by Deans behind the plate. And that kept Edwards held up at first. Parker steps back in. The 1-0. Gets a hold of it, pops it up into right field. That's going to be trouble. That'll drop. And everybody is safe. So base hit. Heads up base running by Daniel Edwards. Go about halfway and stop, and then had to hurry up to second. But that puts 2 runners on for the Knights. That's going to bring up number 11, Connor Dial, as he steps in, your first baseman. Connor, a sophomore this year, 3.7 GPA. He's going to step in from the right side. He looks down and gets his sign from the coach at third base. And he'll step in. Pitch home. In there for a strike. 0-1's the count. Runners get their leads. The 0-1. That'll miss high and outside. Kick away. Both runners will take off. No throw. So runners will advance on the error. That puts 2 Knights in scoring position with 1 away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the first. Connor steps back in. Bunn looks in. Has got his sign from Dean. Pitch home. And fouled that off-speed pitch off. 1-2 count. Shortstop number 7, Alex Wood, awaits on deck. Pitch on. Ropes it down the third baseline, right to the third baseman. And Edwards makes it back to the bag. Line drive, great grab by the third baseman for the Chargers. And that's 2 away. And they're going to say it hit the ground. Everybody's safe. So that'll load the bases. Connor with a single. Heads up appeal from the first base coach for the Knights. Number 7, Alex Wood, steps in. That'll miss high for a ball, so we've got bases juiced here with 1 away. Alex was in the practice yesterday drilling them over the pitcher. See if that continues into this game here. The 1-0 offer. That'll miss in the dirt for ball 2. 2-0's the count. Two balls, no strikes. Edwards at third, Parker at second, Dial at first as Wood swings through that one for a strike. Gabe awaits on deck. The 2-1 offer. In there for a strike. He little letter high. He gives it to him. That'll even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. That'll miss low. And that works the count full. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Bun looks in, has got his sign, comes set, payoff pitch. Swings through it for strike number 3. That's going to bring up number 9, your right fielder, Gabe. That puts number 14, Eli Suggs, on deck. Gabe steps in with bases juiced here. Knights trying to push one across. In there for a strike down the heart of the plate. 0-1's the count. Bun comes set. Swings through that one for strike 2. Bases juiced. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch home. Foul tip to stay alive. 0-2's the count. Gabe steps back in. 2-strike approach here. And the pitch home. That misses high. 1-2's the count. Runners all get their lead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch home. And that misses for ball 2. Bottom of the first, 1-0 your score. Wilson with the lead. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces wild here. Bases are juiced. The 2-2 offer. Fouls it off to stay alive. Gabe doing a great job battling at the plate. And the 2-2 offer. And he'll go down looking on a strike on the inside corner. They leave 3 stranded, can't push any across. 1-0 your score. We go to the top of the second. You're watching Knights baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. All right, welcome back as we go to the top of the second. Wilson edging out the Knights so far. 1-0 your score. Ethan Parker still towing the rubber for the Knights. And had a lot of changes there in the top of the first, so we'll go give you your defensive rundown again here as we go to the top of the second. Parker towing the rubber, Suggs behind the plate. Williams at third, Wood at shortstop, Brown at second. Dial at first, pitch in. Catches inside corner for a strike, 0-1's the count. Moving left to right, Heath in left, Edwards in center, and I believe that's Gabe still in right. Pitch home. That'll catch it for a strike. Quick 0-2 count, and Parker being very efficient at the plate. The 0-2 offer to Coughlin. That'll miss in the dirt, kick away. No harm, no foul. 1-2's your count. Coughlin steps back in for the Chargers. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Parker comes set. The pitch home. And foul tips it off. Good battle there at the plate for Coughlin. He'll step back in. The 1-2 again. And that breaking ball got away from him. Slipped out of his hand. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Coughlin steps back in. The 2-2. And swings through it for strike 3. 1 away here in the top of the second. That's going to bring up number 9 for Wilson. Number 9, Holloman, will step in. And therefore a strike. 0-1's the count. And the pitch home. Little toe tapper right in the glove of Parker as he puts it away for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down so far. That's going to bring up number 7 for the Chargers. Number 7, who played in the middle school game earlier. Pitch home. That'll miss in the dirt. That'll catch part of the umpire there as he walks that one off. Caught him right above the shin guard there in the thigh, so I know that didn't feel good. Top of this game so far, involving a lot of injuries, players and officials. 7 steps back in. Drills that one into left center. Wood going back, going to make the grab, and he will for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down go the Wilson Chargers. As we go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 your score. You're watching Knights Baseball on the 2 Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, 7, 8, 9 due up for the Knights here as we go to the bottom of the second. Leading things off this half inning, number 14, Eli Suggs will step in. The Knights had bases juiced last half inning and wasn't able to get anything done in the bottom of the first. Wilson with a small lead right now. Suggs steps in, and the first pitch. That's going to catch the lower half for a strike. 0-1's the count. Number 4, Jackson Heath, waits on deck. The 0-1 offer. Swings through it. 0-2 count. Third baseman playing in on the grass. .14 steps back in. And the pitch home. Fouls it off to stay alive. 0-2's the count. Eli will step back in. 0-2 count. 2-strike approach here. Pitch home. And he's going to go down looking. One away. That's going to bring up number 4, Jackson Heath, as he'll step in. He's going to step in from the left side of the box. Nobody on, one away here in the bottom of the second. Pitch home. Swings through that one high for a strike. 0-1's the count. The 0-1. And he'll foul tip. That's going to catch part of the catcher there. He'll find himself in an 0-2 hole there. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch home. Off speed, gets a hold of it, fouls it off to stay alive. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch home. That'll miss outside, low and away. 1-2's the count. Number 1, Mason Brown, waits on deck. The 1-2. Chases one high for strike 3. 2 up, 2 down. That's going to bring up the lefty, number 1, Mason Brown, top of the lineup. Number 5, Jonathan Williams, awaits on deck. Mason will step in from the left side, righty-lefty matchup here. That'll miss out. I'll catch the outer half for a strike. 0-1's the count. And there for strike 2. So he finds him in a quick 0-2 hole and the pitch home. That lays off of that one, low and in the dirt. Wouldn't chase. 1-2's the count. Pitch home. Lays off of that one for ball, and he's worked the count back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuce is wild here. He steps back in with a 2-strike approach. Off speed, misses outside. He's worked it back full. So full count here. 2 away, nobody on. And the payoff pitch. And chases it outside for strike 3. 1-2-3, go the Knights. We go to the top of the third. 1-0 your score. You're watching Knights baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. And a third down to second on the money from Eli Suggs behind the plate as we go to the top of the third. Close game here, 1-0 your score. The edge goes to the Wilson Chargers. And Parker still towing the rubber for the Knights. Bunn, who is towing the rubber for Wilson so far, has 2 innings pitched, 2 hits with 6 strikeouts. He's thrown 45 pitches, 30 which are strikes. So Bunn's controlling the game so far for the Chargers. Parker comes set and delivers. Breaking ball misses low and away for a ball. 1-0, 1-0's your count. Williams comes in, plays the grass. The 1-0. Foul tipped into the mid for a strike. 0-1's the count. Or 1-1's the count, excuse me. The 1-1 offer. And he went around, showed bunt. 1-2's the count. One ball, 2 strikes. Parker comes set and the pitch home. And that one misses high. Doesn't chase. 2-2's your count. Righty-lefty matchup here. And the pitch. Breaking ball drops in there for the strikeout. 1 away. That brings up number 2 for the Wilson Chargers. Wiggins will step in from the right side. Righty-righty matchup this time. Nobody on, 1 away. And the pitch home. Right over the first base, and it is fair. Gabe's going to run it down. That keeps the runner at first. Heads up baseball by Gabe in right field. He was on his horse, and that kept the runner at first. That could have been extra bases. And that'll bring up number 4 for the Wilson Chargers. Taylor steps in from the right side. Runner gets his lead at first. Parker comes set. Nice breaking ball. Drops in there for a strike. 0-1's the count. The pitch. Another breaking ball just misses. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wiggins at first, getting a decent lead. Connor holding him on. Parker looks in, it's got his sign. He likes what he's got. Checks the runner at first. The 1-1, runner's gone, fouled off. Ball will bounce around about 16 different things after bouncing off the light pole. That's going to send Wiggins back to first. He was off on the pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Nice breaking ball. That's going to get back up the middle. They're going to, and instead of just taking the out, he tried to toss it over to Mason at second. Mason couldn't hold on to it. So the errant play will put a runner at first and second with 1 away. That'll bring up number 11, your pitcher, Bunn, as he steps in from the right side. Wiggins at second, Taylor at first for Wilson. 1 away here in the top of the third. Shows bunt, puts it down. It's going to go foul. Mason holding Wiggins at second. 0-1's the count. Parker comes set. He'll check the runner. Mason bounces off. Pitch in. Misses low and away for a ball. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Sails high for ball 2. Mason holding the runner at second. Pitch home. Fouls it back and out of play. That's going to even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Almost takes out Coach Brevard on the Gator coming up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 runners on. Parker comes set. Pitch home. Breaking ball, drills it into right field. Gabe's on the run, and that just drops for a base hit. And that's going to keep everybody going 90 feet, and we have bases juiced. So that's going to bring up number 6 to the plate with bases loaded here, 1 away in the top of the third. Deans, your catcher, steps in. He's going to step in from the right side. And the pitch home. Catches the outer half for a strike. 0-1's the count. The 0-1 offer. Just catches the top half of the zone for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 away. Bases juiced. Pitch home. That'll miss. Kick away. Eli didn't know where it was. That's going to plate a run. So the Chargers will take a 2-0 lead on the wild pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 offer. In there for strike 3. And got a look back from the batter. Didn't like the call. And a little bit of an issue there. We'll let that slide. 2 outs here. We have runners at second and third. We have Bunn at second, Taylor at third for the Wilson Chargers. That's going to bring up number 12, Massey, as he steps in. He's 0 for 1 today. Parker looks in and comes set. Pitch home. In there for a strike. 0-1's the count. The 0-1 offer from Parker. Breaking ball catches the lower half of the zone. 0-2's the count. Parker has dialed in here. Checks the runner at third. The 0-2 offer. Drills it into right center. That's going to drop for a base hit. Plate 1 run. And he'll plate 2 runs. So a 2 RBI single. That scores 2, so 4-0 your score with 2 away here in the top of the third. Massey will get his lead at first. Number 3, Coughlin, steps in from the right side. In there for a strike. 0-1's the count. Knights looking to get out of this inning with no further damage. Still have a very manageable game here in the top of the third. The 0-1. Just a little pop-up. Mason will go back. He ranges back, and I believe that hit him in the head. And that hit him right in the head, so we have time on the field. I think he lost it in the lights. And he caught that one right to the forehead from the thing. I think he's okay. It looks like he caught that one right to the face. He's going to stay in, says he's okay. So that's going to put runners on the corners. And bring up number 9. A lot of injuries in this game so far, if you haven't been watching. I think that's about the second or third one between players and officials here. Very interesting game here in Greenville so far. Runners on the corners, 2 away. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1's the count. This is Holloman as he steps in from the right side. Massey at third, Coughlin at first. The 0-1. Misses low. And Coughlin will advance to second on the defensive indifference. That evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swings through that one for strike 2. As Parker puts something on that one. Holloman steps back in from the right side. The 1-2. Swings through it for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the third. Still very manageable. 4-0 your score. Good game here in Greenville. You're watching Knights Baseball on the Two Dads Sports Network. All right, welcome back as we go to the bottom of the third, leading things off this half inning. The top of the lineup, number 5, Jonathan Williams will step in. And after the first pitch here, as he'll foul that one back, we're going to bring in, we have Coach Brevard, or Coach Bo as I call him, the athletic director for Greenville Christian Academy here with us. And we've had 2 games so far. Well, we've had the middle school baseball game so far, and then the varsity girls soccer. Yep. Middle school boys, they dropped that one 10-1. But now the middle school team, that's the first middle school baseball team in a while, correct?
Yeah, right at 8 years.
Fouls that one off down to third base line. Oh, 8 years. I thought it was shorter than that.
Well, during COVID, we had a middle school boys team, but they practiced for like 5 weeks, and then day before first game, everything shut down.
So they weren't able to play.
Yeah.
So I know you're excited to have that, to get more sports on the field.
Oh, absolutely.
So
this is my 6th year here, and when I got here 6 years ago, we had 12 different athletic teams, and now currently we're at 21 this year, 21 different athletic teams. So we are definitely growing. And
the 1-2 to the shortstop. He's going to come up, fire across the field. He comes off the bag. He's safe. Great play. That's why you don't give up on it. So Jonathan will go 1 for 2 on the day so far. That'll bring up the dangerous number 10, Daniel Edwards, as the Knights are crawling back. They're trying to get back into it here. So
and John got put in quick.
Yeah.
He has stepped up 2 good at bats.
He has took over the third base duties as Wood had to transfer himself over to shortstop there. So right now we've got middle school boys baseball, varsity baseball, which we're watching now. We've got varsity girls soccer, and what am I missing? Middle school girls soccer.
And we have a golf team this year.
That's
for
right.
the first time in a while.
That's right. We have golf. How's golf team doing?
They haven't had a match yet.
Okay.
They've been doing a lot of practice over at Ironwood, and things have been going well.
I had a good friend of mine that graduated from GCA, and I'm dating myself, 2000, and he said golf was the team to be on.
Yeah.
You got out early and you got to go play golf all day. That one misses high. 1-1's the count.
Yep.
So what do we? I know enrollment's up and drastically up. So what are we looking for the next school year as he fouls that one back?
For enrollment?
Yeah, as far as enrollment, how do you think? I mean, I know.
I imagine it's going to continue to grow. We're at 340 this year, around that.
Get down, Coach. It's Coach Darren on the first baseline. Don't stay away. Got to pay attention. Because I know sometimes you've had some trouble trying to field teams and have enough students or student athletes, I should say.
And that has not been a problem this year, especially on the middle school level. And then, of course, as we move these middle schoolers up to JV and the varsity, it just helps. Adding 2 middle school teams in the spring obviously helps feed the varsity.
And we asking for the count here. Okay, it's 2-2. We got to give some love here to a few of the sports here, mainly because I'm a part of one of them. As he fouls that one off, Edwards up there is absolutely battling. But the GCA shooting team just completed their run this year.
That's a winter-spring kind of combo.
Yeah, that one kind of mixes in together. But they brought home some hardware, and I understand that they brought a lot of hardware home for the first time.
Yeah, one of our junior high JV teams took third in the region. And this is our 12th year of the shooting team program. And we've had, as far as I know, this is our first time we send anyone to the States. For sure, this is the first time in the 6 years I've been here sending anyone to the States. And we got Lily going for junior on the archery. And then Ty for senior high on archery as well. He shot a 198.
Out of 200.
200 perfect score.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. And, so that's pretty exciting.
That's put on by the North Carolina Wildlife.
Yes, and so we're not just competing against Christian schools. That's private schools, public schools, all levels of public schools across the state. There's 9 different regions, and so Ty and Lily taking first in that region, and they'll go to the States last Saturday in April. So pretty exciting.
That one comes just outside the plate for a full count there on Edwards. Nobody outrunner at first, still trying to do some damage here. Payoff pitch getting ready to come down the pipe from Bunn. And he'll foul another one. We're running out of baseballs here, Coach Bo.
I got boxes.
But, yeah, so and the shooting team's the first time I've been a part of that. And we were talking earlier about it. And, the best way I can describe that is a travel baseball tournament for hunters is what I call it.
Yep.
And that'll miss and put him on.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun day. A lot of shooting, a lot of grilling, cooking out, and this year's first time in several years where it didn't rain down there on us.
It was
that was nice.
It's a very nice day down there. We thought it was going to rain, and
it was cold.
Yeah, that it was, but I had a good time nonetheless. So some other stuff that GCA's in fine arts program. They just completed their 2 plays here recently as well. That'll foul back and out of play. Now, if I'm correct, GCA was 2A, went down to 1A, I believe, last year or year before last?
We spent 2 years in NCCSA 1A, and this year we're back in the 2A.
Back in the 2A.
And then we're in District 3 this year.
They'll swing that one for strike 2. This is Ethan Parker, your pitcher for the Knights, as he's standing in. Got runners at first and second as they're trying to crawl back into this one. Not too much of a lead. They're still very manageable game so far. The 0-2, and he's going to go down looking. 1 away here. That's going to bring up your first baseman, number 11, Connor Dial. All right, I got to step aside and go check on my son, who that'll miss low for a ball. So let me explain something to you, Coach.
Yes, sir. I
Just
can
balls
jump in.
balls and strikes. If they get a hit, you hit that. And if it gets messed up, I'll fix it when I come back. I'm going to go check on him.
Yes,
I'll be right back.
Go take care of Mason. He took a. There you go, sir. Right there's your.
All right.
I don't think the scoreboard's right.
Yeah, I don't
Hey,
think so.
yes.
So Coach Chris has stepped away. This is Coach Brooks from Canes baseball stepping in doing GCA Knights baseball now. 4-0 your score. That one missed high. And I believe the count is 2-1.
All right. Thank you for stepping in.
Yes, sir.
He had to go. Mason
Check
took
on
one
Mason.
in the head.
Yeah, he's got a hard hit. He'll be all right.
Yeah. One of my
I love
team
him like
doctors
he's
was
mine.
looking at him.
Yeah,
Thought
yeah.
he at least may need to come out of the game. So.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Safety precautions.
Yep. We still got no outs here? Or one out for the strikeout?
I believe it's one out from the strikeout.
Scoreboard's not.
Yeah, and so.
Of course, our normal scoreboard guy's not coaching first. So.
Yeah, I know, right? So that will be an actual base on balls to load the bases for Alex Wood, number 7.
Woody, as we call him.
Yeah.
He's a senior.
Great parents, by the way, Jimmy and
Yes.
Yanni. I
Excellent.
worked with both of them long time ago.
Excellent.
They're great people. So the first pitch in there, he'll swing on and miss. 0-1 to count. I know Coach Chris was doing a bit of an interview with you. You're the athletic director, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yes, sir. Well, nice to formally meet you.
Yes. Nice to meet you.
Yes, sir.
We can just kind of jump in and
That's
do whatever
right.
we need around here.
That's a little dying quail down the first
Oh.
base line, and that will fall foul. So Alex will live to swing another day. 0-2 to count. And be nice right here to scratch across and get that goose egg off the board.
Yes.
4-0 your score here, bottom 4. Wilson over GCA.
Turned out to be a nice night, too.
It really
Thought the rain
has.
was going to come in.
Yeah. That one will sail high, trying to get him to chase. That'll run the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. And number 11, Bunn for Wilson, sitting around 70 pitches as we approached. And that one's fouled off and out of play. So he's battling here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and I believe 1 out. Bases loaded. And ground ball with eyes would be great right about now. 1-2, and they got him looking on the off-speed pitch. So he'll go down for out number 2, and that'll bring up number 9, Gabe Longenberger.
Gabe's a junior.
I believe he's playing in right field tonight for the Knights. And he's 0 for 1 on the night, looking to change that. First pitch in there, that'll catch the zone. 0-1 to count. Wild pitch right here would work well.
Yeah, and bring up Eli. That'd be nice.
And he offered and fouled that off on the bunt. They'll now run the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Bunn looks in, gets his pitch, and he'll go down swinging. They'll leave him loaded. We're heading to the top of the 5th. 4-0 your score. Knights baseball. We'll be back right after this. And we're back. This will be
top of the fourth.
Yeah, that's what it. Yeah, it's in top 4 here. Again, 4-0 the score. Wilson over GCA, and we got number 8, Logan Evans, who's an 11th grader, going in to play second. First pitch in from Parker is a strike.
Ethan's at 63 pitches.
He's thrown the ball very well tonight.
So our conference limit's 105.
Okay, all right.
So
So that one will be hit into right field. I got to remember how to do this now. Hadn't done it since last season, so let's see.
Different team.
Yeah. Oh, no. Let me go back. Single. There we go.
That's a strike there.
0-1 to count. Runner on first. And that'll be number 15 for Wilson. Squares the bunt. And that one will make its way to the backstop. And a runner from first to third is
going.
Gotta
tag him. Oh.
And they got him.
Thought he was going to forget to tag him there.
Yeah, I did too. So,
but of course, he's coming in off the bench.
So we're going to have to get Chris
in between the legs.
To runner from first going to third, caught stealing. So that'll be the first out here. 1-1 is the count to number 15, Hughes.
That's a good pitch there.
And that'll catch the outside corner. And that'll run the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's a roller to short. Alex Fields scoops, throws across, and the runner will reach safely.
So our pitcher, Ethan, he's senior this year.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our fans know his older brother, Jerry.
Okay.
Graduated last year, senior last year.
Okay. Did he also play baseball as well?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
He's actually pitching for Bob Jones right now.
Okay. All right.
Actually got the win on Tuesday night. So
nice.
We're very proud of him there.
Yeah. He'll pick over to first. He's back safely. And that'll bring up number 2, Matt Wiggins for Wilson. And that one catches the top part of the zone. 0-1 to count. That one's fouled off behind us. No balls and 2 strikes here, as Mr. Parker for GCA is sort of fell into the groove here. Looks in, gets a sign, 0-2, delivers home. That one stayed high. Good 0-2 pitch there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, y'all had a large day of sporting events today. Middle school game, now varsity, and had also soccer.
Yep.
Good turnout too for
it is
all of the sports
for the middle school baseball game.
Yep. So that ball missed. That'll run the count 2-2, and runner from first will take second safely. Good throw from Eli. That one misses. And that'll run the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to number 2, Wiggins. Ooh, it looked like he wanted to ring him up there. It looked like he started. Yeah, that one missed, and that'll be a base on balls. Down now, put runners at first and second.
It's because the batter is a lot shorter than this guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
And this will be number 4, Zach Taylor, stepping to the plate.
1 out.
That'll
There
catch
it
the
is.
zone. And then the other thing, too, this umpire's a little delayed with his strike call.
Yes, he is.
That was a flare off into center field.
Daniel fields that cleanly.
Mr. Edwards comes up, fields it.
Logan.
Runner from second will score. So that's an RBI single for Taylor as Wilson now increases their lead to 5.
Runners on first and second, 1 out. And that's you got a lot of guys playing positions they normally don't play,
Right, yeah.
coming in emergency situations.
And so far, you guys have had a pretty good season from what I understand, talking with Chris and Mr. Philip Suggs.
Yeah, varsity boys are 2-1.
2-1.
The one loss was a 1-run loss in the bottom of the 7th inning at Bethel and Kinston.
Oh, wow.
So could it very easily be
And
3-0.
they typically, if I remember correctly, they typically have a pretty good team.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Baseball program there, too. And then we mercy ruled a couple of teams.
Yeah. Those are always fun. Yeah.
If you're on the right side of it.
That's right,
absolutely.
yes. Count to number 11 is 1 ball and 2 strikes here. And Parker looks in, gets his sign, now comes set and delivers the 1-2 home. Off-speed pitch misses outside. You kind of tell by as he walked off the mound he was wanting that pitch there, but now runs the count 2-2. Again, 5-0 your score here. 1 out, runners first and second. Parker delivers home. That one's in the dirt. Three balls and 2 strikes. You do have a base to put him, but don't necessarily want the walk, and he'll swing through. Eli holds on to it for out number 2. Well, and first was occupied too, so if it was a drop third, there's no play at first because first is occupied on the drop third there. So now 2 outs, runners first and second, and number 6 for Wilson steps in. That's a tapper back to Parker. Parker will field. He'll walk it over to first and flip for out number 3. They'll leave 2 stranded, but they'll plate 1. 5-0 your score. We're heading to the bottom half of the 4th on the Two Dad Sports Network with GCA Knights Baseball.
All right, welcome back. I'm back in the box here. Still alongside for the ride is Coach Bo.
Absolutely loving this.
And we got number 14, Eli Suggs, stepping into the boxes. That'll miss high for a ball. 1-0's the count.
Eli's now catching for us.
Yeah, we got a bunch of changes tonight. Mason, the second baseman, he's out with a possible concussion, so we'll keep him out. And they got a hold of that one, but tails it foul just in front of it, and that'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. A beautiful night here in Greenville for baseball.
Perfect night.
The 1-1 offer misses for a ball. 2-1's the count.
Got the lights on, the field looking good.
Yeah,
It's not freezing cold finally.
the field maintenance crew out here does a great job at GCA. Swings through that one, high heat. That'll even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 7, 8, 9 due up here. Number 4, Jackson Heath, waits on deck. And the 2-2. Drills that one into left center. Left fielder will
Got it.
camp under it. That was Holloman, and he'll put it away for out number 1. That's going to bring up number 4, Jackson Heath.
So tonight, the boys going with the all black, the blackout look. Black hats, black shirts, pants, belt. I like it.
And pops that one straight up. The catcher, Deans, will camp out under it and put it away for out number 2. That is going to bring up not Mason Brown. We're going to sub
Logan
him
Evans,
out.
number 8, junior. Normally plays outfield when he gets his chance. He's playing second base tonight for Mason. He's batting 1,000 on the year, actually. He told me that this morning himself. He is 1 for 1 on this season.
Get this fixed here. My sideline HD is giving me fits. 0-1's the count as he fouls that one off down to first baseline. Next pitch in.
Ooh, right down the middle.
Yeah, and their 4th strike. We're having issues here. And that'll miss low. That'll even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I know that says Mason Brown up. I'm having trouble with my graphics here. That is number 8, Logan Evans. He took over for Mason at second base with the injury. So Deuces Wild here in the bottom of the 4th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. Top of the lineup, number 5, Jonathan Williams on deck. The 2-2.
There you go.
And that'll work to the off the glove of the shortstop. He's on.
Good for Logan.
So I apologize to the family of Logan Evans for not having his graphic up and it looking like Mason got that, but it doesn't mean anything for these stats don't count. They got it right on Game Changer, so he'll get credit.
Absolutely.
He'll get credit at Max Preps and everything for that. So that's going to bring up number 5, Jonathan Williams, who's done a fantastic job tonight.
He really has, stepping in.
That's the name of the game, right? When a player goes down, you get your spot and you step up.
Came in the first inning and
that breaking ball dropped in there for a strike. So yeah, we've had to deal with some adversity here this game, starting with the top of the first, and we've had umpires injured and players injured. He's gonna wear it.
But we're going to be wearing that.
Yeah. So he'll take a hit by pitch, and they've got something cooking. Runners at first and second with number 10, Daniel Edwards, coming to the plate. And coach is asking for time, so I think he's going to have a talk with his pitcher here, and we may have a change.
Looks like it.
And we are. We're going to have a change. So we're going to step aside for just a moment. You're watching Knights Baseball on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, got the microphones back on. We are back at it here. We have Logan at second. Jonathan's at first. Daniel Edwards stepping up to the plate here. New pitcher in for the Wilson Chargers. And that looks like number 15. I apologize if I get it wrong, but they've got Massey here on Game Changer. That 12.
Number 12.
12. Massey pitching. First pitch from him. Breaking ball misses high and outside for a ball. 1-0's the count.
With 2 outs.
A 2-out rally here.
Definitely use a hit here from Daniel. John got a big lead at first.
Yeah, nobody holding him on there. Shortstop will bounce off the 1-0. Misses high for ball 2.
2-0.
I believe Massey came in from second base, maybe, or first base. First base.
First base.
First
yes,
base.
sir.
He came in from first base. Bunn goes to first, so he's your new first baseman. I'll give you the pitch rundown here in just a minute. The 2-0 offer. That'll miss high and outside for ball 3.
Oh, he called a strike.
Oh, you called that a strike?
He did.
Oh, wow.
He was the delayed call, but he called it.
So 2-1's the count, excuse me. 2 balls, 1 strike. Long look in from Massey. Pitch home. Breaking ball misses outside. Now it's 3-1.
3-1.
So Bunn will go 3 2/3 inning. He'll give up 3 hits, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. 88 pitches, 58 were strikes. He faced 19 batters. So good command of the mound up there for Bunn for the Wilson Chargers tonight.
Definitely good outing for him.
And that'll catch the corner, and Daniel agrees with it.
Full count.
Full count, 2 away, 2 runners on. Runners should be off on the pitch. And that's what you hear the coaches telling him. Just got to make sure he goes home. And there it is.
Oh, he caught it.
And he's going to ring him up. Looking on the outside corner. So with that, 5-0 your score. We go to the top of the 5th. Wilson with the lead. You're watching Knights Baseball here on the Two Dads Sports Network. All right, we go to the top of the 5th, getting in the wee hours here, and Wilson has a 5-0 lead. This is your new pitcher, number 12, Massey, stepping into the box. Parker still towing the rubber.
He's up to what, 85? 85 pitches?
85 pitches, that should be 86. That one just
86.
missed for a ball.
So our conference limit's 105, so he's getting close to his top of the 5th.
And he's getting a little wild here. 2 balls, no strikes. Beautiful night for baseball. Had some light sprinkles come in earlier, but they have since cleared away. The 2-0. And
Right here.
I think that caught the umpire.
It did.
So he'll
he
walk.
was not happy about that.
Yeah, he'll walk it off. Give him a few minutes. Oh, let me take the graphic down so y'all can see what's going on here. I apologize for that. So again, to recap, top of the fifth, 5-0 your score. Massey is the leadoff batter for the Wilson Chargers. He's up there with a hitter's count. 3-0's the count. The Knights are looking for that ceremonial 3-0 strike one right here. Pitch home. There it is, right. Okay, ball 4. So a leadoff walk. That'll bring up number 3. For the Wilson Chargers, he'll step in from the right side as well. And we're going to have a runner for the pitcher here. That'll be number 1 is going to the base, to first base to run. Coughlin will step in from the right side for the Chargers. Pitch home. Misses outside for a ball.
I thought he had that one.
He's getting on up in his pitch count here. He's got to be tired. We've had a lot of long delay stoppages of game tonight for this game. That'll miss low. 2-0. I know there was some action in the bullpen earlier. 2 balls, no strikes. He'll foul that one back. That'll make it count 2-1, and Parker looks to be getting gassed out there.
I imagine maybe Daniel be getting ready next.
Parker's pitched a good game so far, just some errors, some injuries, and throw down to second, not in time. So a stolen base will be awarded to the runner there, to number 1. I apologize, I don't have his name. 3 balls, 1 strike, pitch home. In there for a strike. That's going to bring the count full. And Wilson has another runner in scoring position. 3 balls, 2 strikes, payoff pitch. And that'll miss high and put him on.
Oh.
So that'll bring Holloman up to the plate, and we're going to have time here.
That might be it for Ethan.
Yeah, he looks gassed.
He does.
And they'll have a meeting to talk it out, see how he's feeling. Probably to be able to give whoever in the bullpen some extra time. Not that we have 40 men in roster where we can do that, but I know we got 1 out of the game. Well, 2 out of the game right now. 2 subs left, I think, from what I was looking at the.
Right. Marcus and Hunter.
Yeah.
Neither one of them pitch.
So it looks like he's going to stay in and see if he can do something with this batter. Still don't have an out recorded this half inning.
Because with Braden out, you got Daniel and Eli who could pitch. Mason, of course, pitched middle school game.
Yeah, and he's out with a possible
and he's
concussion.
Out too, right.
Drills that to center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. They're going to wave him around.
Strong throw home.
Oh,
Good throw.
no, they're not going to wave. That held him up. And that was from Edwards out there.
Number 10, Daniel Edwards Jr. Excellent throw.
And that went from, that could have been a 2 RBI
Yeah.
double to
I think
a
he's
single one. And Edwards is going to come in
Daniel's
and toe the rubber.
Pitch, yep.
So we'll see what the coaches have lined up here defensively. They got to make some changes, so we'll see what happens. We're going to step aside. Bases juice, nobody out. Daniel Edwards coming up to the bump. You're watching Knights Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back. Game reset. We have Daniel Edwards in for pitcher. Parker will go to shortstop. Jonathan Williams will go to center. Stroud goes to right. And Wood will go back to third. Everything else remains the same. Bases juiced, nobody out. First pitch in, misses for a ball. Again, coming in from center field. Got about 10 warm-up tosses there. It's hard to come in cold like that and be effective. Good stop by Eli behind the plate. 2-0's the count.
And we know Daniel has an arm, as we just saw that from center.
Yeah. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase that one. 2-1's the count. The 2-1. Lays off that one. 3-1's the count. Base is juiced here. No outs. You got to imagine he's got a strike to play with here, so he can sit on this one. And he'll swing through it.
Swinging.
That was a pretty pitch. Came in right above the knees.
Full count.
Full count. Knights looking for their first out here. Pitch home. Ooh. Just missed inside. That'll walk in a run. And the Chargers will take a 6-0 lead here in the top of the fifth, excuse me. The Knights are looking for their first out. And that's going to bring up number 15 to the plate, Hughes, for the Wilson Chargers. And the pitch home. Catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-1's the count. I need to update the graphic here. I forgot to change that. That was the ball. 1-1's the count.
1-1, yep.
Right over the first baseman's head into right field. Stroud comes up with it. He'll throw it into second. That'll plate 1 run. Everybody only moves 1 base. They go station to station. And Wilson tacks on another one. 7-0, no outs. Bases juiced. Number 2 steps in.
They're calling Hunter in.
Almost high for a ball. The 1-0. Little slow roller. Nobody covering third.
Oh, man.
And there's fielding. That'll be a reach on error there, and they'll go 8-0. Base is still juiced. That's just a mental mistake there. And you got to communicate out there as well, let everybody know what's what. That's going to bring up number 4 for the Wilson Chargers. He's going to step in from the right side. Taylor steps in. Base is still juiced. Nobody out. We're still looking for an out here in the top of the 5th. The pitch home. This is low for a ball. One the count. Nice breaking ball.
Man.
Just missed. 2-0's the count.
Man, that looked good.
Had the 2-0 offer. And that's going to kick away. Runners coming, and no play. So that'll plate the 9th run.
Eli's got something broke on his catcher's gear, maybe.
Eli's come up lipping there, so he's going to walk it off. So we're just getting beat up tonight, Coach Bo.
Yeah, we are. I mean, I guess Ethan could come over and catch, but
I don't know if he when he slid. He slid right here in front of us, and I didn't get a good look at it. I don't know if he pulled something or.
with straps and something popped off his shin guards there. He's definitely in a little pain.
Yeah, he ain't feeling good about that one there.
And Marcus Caterino is our only sub we have left. Of course, Ethan would have to come and catch.
And
We're going to give it another try, hopefully. Looks like it.
yeah, looks like he's going to try to go for it here. He is a tough player, Suggs is.
Absolutely.
He'll stay in there. So 3 balls, no strikes, no outs. Runners at second and third in scoring position here. 9-0 your score. And the Knights at this point just trying to stop the bleeding.
Big lead at third.
And
He's halfway down.
he'll take the walk, the base on balls there. And that's going to bring up number 11 for the Wilson Chargers. That's Bunn. That was your starting pitcher. And 9 strikeouts on the night. He did a fantastic job for the Chargers, keeping our bats silent for the most part. Just below the knees there. Doesn't get the call. 1-0's the count. The 1-0 offer from Edwards. Comes in letter high. He'll get the call. 1-1's the count. The 1-1 in the dirt, kicks away. He's got to play on it. Couldn't do the ball exchange there, so that'll score a run. 10-0 your score.
Eli's still in a little bit of pain.
Yeah, he's still not feeling 100% there. We're just all kinds of beat up tonight. The 2-1. And that one sails high as well. And you got to be wondering, too, what your next pitching is. I don't know what pitching we've got left here. The 3-1 offer. And that's going to walk him on.
Really, I think Eli, but
he's so banged up now, too. I don't know that you can as much catching as he's done tonight as well. I mean, you're running out of options.
I know Woody would be a potential possibly, but he hasn't pitched at all this year.
And the Knights started out really good, just had some bad breaks as they swings through that one right into the mitt for a strike. 0-1's the count.
They got, what, 5 runs this inning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pops it up, foul and out of play. That'll help out. 0-2 count. Again, the Knights are looking for their first out so far.
That one went out in the cross-country course.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting that one back, Coach.
No, that one's gone.
The 0-2.
That one might have ended up in the river.
Breaking ball drops in there for the strike. You like that?
I do like that.
So 1 away.
1 out, yep.
Bases juiced. That brings up number 12. That is your relief pitcher for the Wilson Chargers. Massey steps in, and they have batted around. Nice breaking ball. Just misses. But that off-speed breaking ball just floated in.
Wilson's dugout's real loose right now. Where they got the smiley face on the cups on the fence.
Yeah.
It kind of happens when you're up big, right?
You got to have fun.
Absolutely.
And that one catches at the knees for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike here. 1 away, bases juiced. Ropes that one. That'll get through the shortstop, third baseman. That'll plate 1. They're going to go station to station here. Well, that's a good piece of hitting right there. 11-0 your score, 1 away, bases loaded. And that'll bring you up. Number 3.
Pitch runner, number 1.
So he'll come in for Massey, the pitcher. Be a courtesy runner for him. That'll bring up Coughlin, number 3 for the Wilson Chargers as he steps in. Daniel looks into Eli. He's got his sign. The pitch home. That'll miss for a ball. 1-0's the count. The 1-0. And in there for a strike. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 offer. Swings through that one for strike 2. And looking for out number 2 right here with bases juiced. Taylor, Bunn, and Massey, it's not Massey, number 1. Apologize for not having his name on the base pass. Nice breaking ball, and he's going to ring him up.
Did Daniel find the stuff there? We got 2 strikeouts in a row after.
That's back-to-back strikeouts, yeah.
Runs. Getting a little comfortable up there.
And this will be number.
Got going hitting for the DH.
Okay, this is number 5 coming in for the Wilson Chargers. Holloman, as he steps in. Good stop by Eli behind the plate. Keeps the runner at third. 1-0 count. The 1-0 offer. Swings through it for a strike. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. And looking at the scoreboard here, you would think that they ran into a buzzsaw, but that's not the case. It's just one misfortune after another tonight. Backed him up in this corner as he swings through that one for strike 2. And Daniel seems to have found his groove here. Both outs tonight in this half inning have come from strikeouts from Edwards. And he's got Holloman 1-2. And the pitch home. That'll miss in the dirt. That's going to kick way away.
I mean, hit the post.
I mean, when you talk about
that one almost ended up in the dugout.
I mean, you talk about just bad luck. 12-0 your score here in the top of the 5th.
Boys definitely need to weaken the rest of
Yes, they do.
Man.
I know one's probably going to need a Tylenol when I get him home to check on him.
We got Wilmington Christian on Tuesday at 6:15 here. And then Friday, we got Faith Christian at 4:30 here.
Those are varsity.
Both varsity boys games home next week, and then we're on spring break.
That'll sell high, kick back. Runners do not advance. And that brings the count full. And I think, does middle school have a game Monday?
Middle school boys, they play 4 o'clock Monday right here against Bethel.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow, we had all kinds of equipment malfunction there, didn't we? As the shin guard, you can't make this stuff up, the shin guard disintegrated.
Man.
You just can't make this stuff up at this point. It's kind of one of those things you just got to kind of laugh at it and keep right on trucking, you know?
Yeah. Eli's still in pain. You look at his face. He's not.
Yeah, he's got to be tired too as well.
Yeah. He's been playing baseball for what? Last 4 hours now almost?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tired and hungry, I'm sure.
We are actually running battery power here, and we got plenty of power. We're good. We are good.
Piecing Eli back together.
Yeah, he equipment malfunctions, player malfunctions. The umpires have even taken some hits tonight. It's a beautiful night for baseball.
It is. And it's Friday night, you know.
Friday night lights.
The lights are working. We'll sit out here as long as we need to, right?
Friday night lights. It's already working up on 8 o'clock here.
Well, hopefully we get some runs in the bottom of this inning. Otherwise,
it's going to be
it.
All right, so Holloman steps back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Payoff pitch. And that'll sell high. And I must have missed a call somewhere. Now it's a payoff pitch.
Now full count. Yeah.
Now it's full count.
I got to go see what's going on with the scoreboard out there.
That'll miss low and put him on. So bases juiced once again.
17 for 7.
So this is number 17 as he steps in the box. Step in from the right side, lefty-righty matchup here. First pitch in from Edwards, and therefore strike. And Edwards is sitting at 38 pitches right now.
All this inning, man.
Yeah, that'll miss in the dirt, and that'll even things up 1-1. Trying to get that elusive third out here. The 1-1 offer.
There.
Swings through it for strike 2.
That was a good-looking pitch there.
One ball, 2 strikes. Looking to get out of it. That'll sell high. Bases are juiced. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch home. He'll go down looking. So finally they get out of it. Wilson's going to put up a 7 spot. 12-0 your score. We go to the bottom of the 5th. You're watching Knights baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, we thank the athletic director, Coach Bo. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, leading things off this half inning, number 3, your starting pitcher, Ethan Parker, swings through the first one for a strike. Bottom of the 5th, mercy rule is in effect, so it's either put some runs up, at least 3, or this is it. That'll miss in the dirt. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. And we welcome all of our GCA fans, all of our Wilson Charger fans. Thanks for joining the broadcast. That'll miss high for a ball as the GCA Knights, it would look like they ran into a buzzsaw, but it was just one misfortune after another. Lost a player and a coach. The first inning of the game had another player go out on concussion protocol and just have had to adjust, and that's in there for a strike. That'll even the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And then just having to move players around, but have had some players that have stepped up and made some big plays when they were needed to by their teammates. That'll bring the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So we get to see how this varsity team is responding to adversity and not doing half bad, even though the score doesn't depict that. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, payoff pitch. Pops it up, foul and out of play. So he'll live to see another one. Connor Dial awaits on deck. Ethan steps back in, full count, another payoff pitch coming down the pipe. That'll sell high, and that'll put him on. He'll take a base on balls to get things started and put a runner on. That's some positive information for the GCA Knights, and that'll bring up Connor Dial as he steps in. He's going to step in from the right side. Looking to keep things going here. Jerry, glad to have you in for the broadcast. Thanks for the kind words. Pitch home. That'll catch the outside corner for a strike. And this is Massey still pitching for the Wilson Chargers. Parker with his lead off first. Pitch home. Swings through that one. And finds himself in a quick 0-2 hole. You've got number 7, Alex Wood, the starting third baseman, on deck. As Massey looks in, he'll check Ethan over at first and the 0-2 offer. And he'll step off, and that'll move Ethan back to first, and he'll get his lead once again. Bunn holding him on at first. Pitch home. A little toe tapper right back up the middle. He's got to get there. They get the out at first, but he advances the bunter. So same as the bunt. We'll take it at this point as that advances one bunter over. And that'll put a Knight runner in scoring position as that brings up number 7, Alex Wood. Alex will step in from the right side, so we'll have another righty-righty matchup here. Parker at second. Shortstop checks in behind him. He'll bounce off. Second baseman checks in as well. He bounces off. Nobody holding him on. Pitch home. That'll catch the inside corner for a strike. 0-1's the count. Alex will step back in. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch home. That's in there down the pipe for strike 2. Alex finds himself, in a 0-2 hole with 1 away. Ethan getting a big lead at second. They're not worried about him. And he chases that one for strike 3. So 2 down here, and the Knights are down to their last out. That's going to bring up number 6. And we just had another player disqualified. So I don't know that we've got 1 extra player left. So that'll bring in number 6. Hunter Stroud will step into the box. He'll step in from the right side. And Knights are just having a rough time tonight. Ethan's at second, trying to do something. Swings through that one for a strike. 0-1's the count. Swings through that one for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. The Knights are down to their last strike here. Pitch home. And he hits it back up. Third baseman comes up, scoots, bobbles the ball, throws to first. He got him. So heads up play by the third baseman as he held on to it there. And that is going to be your ball game as we call it a game here. And if I can get my scoreboard to work here. There we go. So the Knights drop a heartbreaker here. As Wilson Christian will take it 12-0 over the GCA Knights. Let me give you your rundown here. Massey comes in. He throws 1 1/3 innings. Gives up no hits, no runs, no errors, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. He'll face 22 batters. 15 of those were strikes. Glad to have everybody along for the ride. Thank y'all for joining in to the Two Dad Sports Network. Hope to see you again. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Good night, everybody.